Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut. Hope you like this video. Hit that subscribe button before we get this video and let you know that memberships on this channel. It's a great way to support the channel. It's a great way for me to do extra content for people, special people that are members of this channel. I'm in the middle of doing a video right now. Just got edited it and it's all ready to go, but that'll be up in a few days. But I want to do some special things, some really creative things on here, and I think will make people laugh and have a good time. But I'm going to tell you, as you know, the Mets had the trade deadline, and we always talk about the players they get, but sometimes we talk about the players they didn't get. And there's been a report that came out that how the Mets wanted to do a blockbuster trade, and I have this article and this report from SI.com. Headline: Mets attempted to trade for significant starting pitchers, according to an insider. New York reportedly attempted to complete a blockbuster deal. Now, the one thing people were complaining about, not your host, that they needed to make a big deal to prove to certain people that the Mets were all in to go to postseason and win a World Series this year. Even though most people the same people said that they weren't going to win anything. But the New York Mets certainly were busy ahead of the 2024 Major League Baseball trade deadline. New York was looking to add starting pitching depth after losing Kodai Senga, bullpen depth, and they boosted the outfield. The Mets were able to pretty much accomplish everything they hoped to do, and even had the fourth-ranked trade deadline, according to MLB.com's Will Leach, I guess. While this is the case, it sounds like they tried to get other moves done that didn't come to fruition. The Mets added to the rotation by acquiring former All-Star Paul Blackburn from the Oakland Athletics. This was a solid move, but the Mets reportedly attempted to land more significant starting pitchers, according to SNY's Anthony DiComo. Quote, the Mets did discuss trades for more significant starting pitchers, Dave Stern said, but in the end opted for a measured strategy and what turned out to be an extreme, and I mean crazy, stupid, seller's market. DiComo supposedly said, I had less. There were a handful of hurlers mentioned as the trade deadline approached. Former Detroit Tigers pitcher Jack Flaherty was the most prominent starter move that was acquired by the Los Angeles Dodgers. I would mention that from what I heard, the Tigers were kind of like pressured to trade him to the Dodgers because his agents are CAA, and that's the same agency as Ohtani and a few other guys. Other hurlers who were mentioned as possible options were San Francisco Giants ace Blake Snell, Tiger star Tariq Skubal, probably going to win the Cy Young in the American League, and Chicago White Sox stud Garrett Crochet. Each of the trio had their names and plethora of trade rumors, but ended up staying put, because the price tags were astronomically high. It sounds like the Mets tried to make other moves, but still had a great trade deadline. Well, we'll see. The deadline trades always are, determined on where the team goes. If the Mets get the postseason, they were good. They were good trades. If they get the postseason and they don't play well, these guys don't pitch well, Jesse Winker is a bust, then there wasn't a good trade deadline. And they kind of won in spite of them. Now, if they play poorly and the Mets don't make the postseason, well, people will be complaining that this was a lousy trade deadline. But we will see. They were very measured, very keen on what he wanted. This is Dave Stearns. The only thing they did not do at the trade deadline, folks, was bring in a lefty reliever. The only real lefty reliever I saw that was of any significance that got moved was Andrew Chafin. Other than that, nobody else was moved. Anything of significance. So even the price tags for the price tags for relievers, and of course Tanner Scott, which the price tag for him was just outrageous for a guy that's been on one losing team after another. He's going to the Padres. No pressure there for the Padres, of course. There's never any pressure there when it comes to pitching there in San Diego. So he'll pitch pretty well there. In my opinion, he's going to do really well there. Obviously, no pressure on Miami, and there won't be any pressure in San Diego for this particular pitcher. But the price tags for some of these pitchers, you see Kikuchi. I have said this in videos. You know, he's going to get that general manager fired. Trevor Rogers, who's a starter with the Marlins, he went to the Orioles. The price tag for him was outrageous. You give your fifth best starter for a guy with an ERA in his career or 4? It's crazy. I mean, the price tags for some of these pitchers, even the mediocre ones, just terrible. I see why the Mets did not go crazy. I mean, I would say that they did give up a intriguing prospect for Paul Blackburn and Cade Morris. This week he had pitched a no-hitter into the 7th inning. So his stock was on the rise. He was starting to go up on the Mets prospect list, the mid-season prospect list. So he was starting to zoom up the list. So, you know, he's a guy to keep an eye on. If there's one guy that'll be a significant piece in terms of being a regular contributor to a rotation, he might be it. But we'll see. He's 22 years old. He just got drafted. He was in Brooklyn. He was in high A ball before he was traded. So we'll see. But you know, some of these trades are going to be for guys that you never hear again. I think a lot of the players that were traded in the 5 trades the Mets made, I think 5 of the 6, I think you'll hear about in the majors, but not for a while. So thank you for watching this video. And again, we got memberships here. I take super thanks. I'm going to take a long break from doing live streams. The live streams just wiped me out the last 2 days, boy. I can't tell you. But they were fun, but they're very tiring. But you helped me get through it. And we're going to do this again very soon, do regular live streams again when I feel up to it. You know. And you'll have plenty of videos. Don't worry, you'll have plenty of videos here. And I thank you for watching. There'll be more videos tomorrow, and I'll see you later.